Hello everybody, my name is Ronja Engarde, and I got some confessions to make, girl. Between this part and the last one, I have been busy, doing just, a little bit of berry farming, just a little bit. I just really like having a good stock of, especially these berries, the ones that increase happiness but lower stats, because it's really nice to be able to lower EVs of stats that I don't use, like, a physical attacker doesn't need any special attacks, so might as well get rid of it. And some citrus berries and leopard berries, the usual. But also, I might have gotten myself some berries that I shouldn't be able to have at this very moment. Because these palm tree berries, you're not able to get them until after the Elite Four. Because you don't get the word contest in your vocabulary until after that for some weird reason. But I decided, let's just fucking add them in right now, because I got myself a fucking adamant feedbath, so I feel like I deserve it, okay? But that's literally the only thing I've done. Like, when I say to you that I cheated them in, that's literally the only quote-unquote cheating I've been doing this entire playthrough, so I hope that I haven't completely delegitimized this entire run, but you know what? If I have, I kinda don't care. I'm doing this for my own goddamn enjoyment, damn it. And I feel like that's not the worst thing I could have done, I could have literally I could have caught another Feebas and just been like, what? It didn't have adamant, what do you mean? Or, added in, cheated with, there's a million different things I could have done, and I feel like this is, the least bad, while still, quote-unquote cheating. So, could always be worse. And yeah, I kind of feel like I want to add, Milotic to the team if I'm able to get it, because I still don't know if it's possible to do it if it has an adamant nature, because when it has an adamant nature, it means that it likes spicy food and it hates dry food, which means and dry is the one you need to get beauty stat up. So we pretty much fucked. But whatever. It doesn't actually matter that much if I can't get Milotic, but it would be kind of fun since I went so far out of my way to actually get the Feebas. And I would be a little distraught if, if I went through all that trouble to get the Feebas and now, oops, I can't actually get the Milotic because, it had an adamant fucking nature. Also, I gave Tani Tallulah the Sludge Bomb TM because I figured that, there's nothing else I probably would have wanted to give it to anyway, because, poison. Poison type attacks, har. Until Generation 6, poison and steel attacks are pretty much, completely useless. Unless you get same type attack bonus from them. And even then, it's still, not the most useful thing in the world, but, it works. It's okay. It's whatever. So yeah, I gave it to Tiny Tool. I could have given it to Barbara, but I figured that, Barbara has better things to do, and I mean, it does have pretty okay attack, but it kind of comes down to the fact that Tani Tallulah could definitely use Sludge Bomb, and Barbara could kinda use Sludge Bomb, so I would rather give it to Tanya. Oh, will you look at my Pokemon? Dude, I already defeated your Pokemon. What are you on about? Bitch, you blind. Oh, man. I actually kind of like, Team Aqua quite a bit as, I like them aesthetically, that I do, and I do like their theme of water, because, you know, I really like, not only do I like just water Pokemon in general, but I also kind of like everything that has to do with, you know, water and the ocean and everything like that. and that pretty much extends to, like, you know, beaches too, like everything that has to do with that is like right up my alley. Kind of sad that they don't have that much variety, but I mean, they're the evil team, like, duh, what did I expect? Actual variety in their teams? Well, because, you know, that didn't happen really until Generation 7, pretty much, with the Aether Foundation. Because they actually have very, very good variety in their team. Honestly, to the point where they don't really have any theme at all. They just have Pokemon like a random trainer would. Yeah, that's honestly kind of a thing that would be cool in Generation 8 if they actually included a villain team that had like a theme to their Pokemon, but it's still has pretty good variety. Like, for example, with Team Aqua, they could have easily given them more water type Pokemon, because there's, you know, a fuck ton of water types. Just in general, and like especially in Hoenn. That's one thing. I'm sorry, future me, I'm giving you more work than you probably want, but shut up and listen to me. Look up if there is a single Team Aqua person, grunt, admin, whatever, that has anything in the Tentacle family. Because I don't think there is. And that seems like it would be right up the alley for somebody like that. Like, why would they not use tentacles and tentacles? Wow, sure, because it looks like it has little tittles. Let's call you, no, shit, wait. Spring, shit. Teddy Sprinkle. There we go. And this is something that I really like, that they actually, you know, just allow you to take the Pokemon and shove it right into the PC. The people at Game Freak are like, nah, they're probably just gonna shove it in the PC themselves anyway, so let's just do it for them. But that is one thing, like, I don't remember what game I played. It was Pokemon White, actually, where, you know, when you revive the fossils, they actually have you have to have space in your team. You can't just put them right into the Pokemon box. And I'm like, what? This is how many generations into the fucking game, and you won't allow me to do that? Like, they did that, like, in here, right here in Emerald, they gave you the option to just put it into the box. And, you know, 2 generations later, and I have to actually put things into my box and then pick up my fossils? Are you kidding me? I know that's such, like, a dumb complaint, really. Well, I mean, dumb, I don't know, but, like, such a small thing to complain about. But I feel that's actually a very good point, that I feel like it's okay to complain about something small in a game specifically if they've done it right in the past and then went back to, like, the shitty thing. So, for example, here, they've clearly shown that, you know, it's no big deal to code, I suppose is the right word. Sorry, I just thought I heard a noise. Code that, you know, oh, I'm just giving you this Pokemon. Oh, it's no big deal. You just put it right into the box. You don't have to, you know, deposit a Pokemon and then come and pick it up and then go deposit and pick your Pokemon back up again. No. You just shove it right into the PC. It's okay. And then for them, like 2 generations later, to be like, no, 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 you can't do that. We have to inconvenience you for our own fucking amusement or whatever. Because like that's the only thing I can think of is that it's either sadism or laziness. Or, it could have easily just have been, some kind of issue that I just don't know about, like, oh, because it's a new generation and, maybe it's hard to code that kind of stuff. I don't know. So, there might be a perfectly valid excuse, but there might also just be not a completely valid excuse. Just want to check how much. Ooh, 200,000. We cruising. Wow, Jesus, it's like, I'm sorry, it's like almost 1 a.m. and my brain just looked at that sentence and said like, no, nope, you're not going to be able to see words. That is just a garbled mess of letters. So this is where you've been looking for Pokemon. Let me see how good you got. I'll test you. Now it's a battle. Well, I'm not too worried about this, honestly. I mean, knock on wood, but he has 3 Pokemon. I'm not that worried, to be perfectly honest. And it's the whole thing that Brendan and May in Generation 3 don't even fully evolve their starter. Oh. Ah, come on. Couldn't you at least just give me the kill? Why you gotta be like that, dude? Jesus. How annoying. Yeah, like, it's pretty scary when, you just receive the second badge, and then here he is with, like, a level 20 middle evolution starter. Like, that's pretty scary. But now, it's like, whatever. That's really no big deal whatsoever. Oh, and it's Cadenza's first battle, I just realized. And we 4x persist that, so, wow, like that. Look at that. That was a critical hit. 16 damage. Jesus. Wait, was that? Yeah, okay. I just had to redo that math in my head just to see if I'm, like, stupid or not. Which I might very well be, because, even on a good day, I could be fully rested, fully fed and hydrated, and still, completely fail at life all of a sudden. Oh, because you never fucking know. Oh, and there's Scott again. I actually forgot that he was there. All red from anger. Like, I don't know. That just feels really like... I didn't really take Brendan, or May for that matter, to be the kind of person that would be red from anger for losing. Now, this was kind of my conundrum, because I kind of want to give Fly to Artemis. But then I realized that, Cadenza doesn't really have that many moves that I would otherwise have given it, because if this was Generation 4 or after, I would not have given it Fly. But it doesn't really have that too many options otherwise. Like, it's... like, all 3 of these moves, other than Ice Beam, like Dragon Breath, Sing, and Astonish, complete fodder. I have no use for them whatsoever. And looking at what it learns, it's like, naturally it gets Dragon Dance, which I'm kind of like, sort of wanting. But otherwise it's like, nothing really. And I'm kind of debating, like, I just want to, talk out loud, Jesus Lord, talk out loud, about what I'm planning to do. Pretty much what I'm planning to do is completely skip over Fortree, pretty much, and just make a straight beeline for fucking, the town that comes after. Jesus, I'm sorry. I can't... Slateboard. No. Jesus, that's the other one. Lily Cove, that's the one. Oh, yeah, let's make a straight beeline for Lily Cove so that I can, do some shopping, probably get on my Lodic, all of the good shit. Why the fuck not? Let's just have some fun. But now I'm thinking too that it would be kind of nice to have the ability to use fly. But then again, I'm kind of scared of the gym leader a little bit, because most of her Pokemon are easily dealt with. We don't need Sonic Boom. Most of her Pokemon are easily dealt with, except for her Altaria, which, not all, because I'm thinking of just using Speed to kill everything at the gym, pretty much. There's, almost nothing in that gym that isn't weak to, Electric, except for 2 Pokemon, and that is the 2 that I'm worried about. One of them being Tropius, which, resists, takes neutral damage from, at least, Thunderbolt, and can retaliate with some decently high damage. And then there's Altaria, which completely is, the worst flying type for Speed. Because not only is it not weak to Electric, but it also has Earthquake, which, is pretty fucking devastating. And thinking about it, all of my, all the things that I have that have Ice Beam have some kind of weakness to the boss, which is not good whatsoever. Let me check that, because I believe I have 2 Pokemon that have Ice Beam. Yeah, that would be Cadenza and Barbara. And both of them are weak. Barbara's weak to Earthquake and Cadenza is weak to Dragon Breath. Dragon Breath isn't really the worst, but, still, I don't want to take... No, you know what? I feel like we can do this. Also, I'm thinking I want to give the EXP share to Artemis. Just because, I want that Flygon. You would never not want a Flygon. Let me also sell a sink just to free up some space. Yeah, Star Piece as well. Number 5. Ooh, we got a lot of shit to sell in here. And I'm also seeing some shit to store in the PC. Just do this. Get rid of some shit. Yeah. Yeah, that should be good. Or, we could just buy more. No. Let's not jump the boom boom gun. It's only one more town until we get max repels. Which I feel like actually that is, a fun little thing that I've thought about is, because when you're a kid, you of course go for the max repels just because, they're the max repels, so of course you want those over super and regular repels. But then, growing up, you realize that, oh, actually, super repels technically are more cost effective than max repels because, you get more money per step. Because, I'm not gonna lay out the whole thing for you, but pretty much just trust me when I say that super repels are more cost effective than max repels until I believe actually Generation 7 where they changed a lot of the prizes for items. But then that is part of, quote unquote growing up with the Pokemon games. But I feel like there's another step to that when you realize that yes, super repels are more cost effective, but I would rather pay for those 50 extra steps if it means that I'm not getting, if I don't have to go into the menu too often. Because, like, in Black 2 and White 2 and onwards, or Black 2, White 2 and the Generation 6 games, buying super repels, of course, all the way, because they're more cost effective and it doesn't hurt, because, you know, you get the pop-up of, like, you want to use another repel, because, so you know, that doesn't really matter at all. But before that, you actually have to go into the menu and do that shit. So, you know, fuck that. So pretty much in any game before Black 2, White 2, I still buy max repels. Because, you know, fuck cost effectiveness. It doesn't, like, it's not that big of a gap anyway. It's not like max repels are, like, stupidly more expensive than super repels. It's just that, you know, technically they're more cost effective. I kind of want to hold off on using Barbara, because I'm, you know, kind of planning on shuffling her out for Milotic, so I'm just going to keep her at the back, you know, in case we need her. And I just realized we skipped over a dude back here. I'm kind of laughing because I'm literally so tired that I'm starting to lose. Well, I'm not losing vision, but like my eyes are so tired that it's kind of hard to keep them open. Oh man, I really should go to bed, but the reason why I'm staying up so late actually is because I'm planning to turn my sleep schedule around. Like, I'm trying to stay up, you know, through the night so that I can go to bed early and then rise early the next day, to kind of, you know, trick my biological clock a little bit, even though I don't think this actually works at all. I'm not sure if it does. It sure feels like if you actually do manage to stay awake throughout the night, and I manage to stay awake until, you know, 9 p.m. and then go to bed or something like that, I feel like it does kind of help. Maybe not actually physically, but I feel like it helps, like, kind of like a placebo, you know, it helps mentally, if nothing else. Now, I'm still in my head debating, should I go for the gym or should I not? Because I feel like I could take it on with not too much difficulty. But then again, I don't want to take the risk. You know what? No, fuck it. We are taking on the gym right here, right now, because I want Fly. And there is nothing that can stop me. So actually, then I might just try to go through the gym with Spielt and Cadenza, because I feel like they would be the best for that. And now I'm getting so tired that my voice is starting to go out. This was not a good idea on my part, but I'm gonna keep on going, because I don't got nothing else to do except record. I was kind of getting into like a little bit of a slump. Is that the right word? I think it is. Yeah, slump. So I was like, I kind of don't want to record because I'm kind of in a point in the game where things are getting boring, kind of. But I decided to, you know, no, I just need to keep going because I don't want to start another project before I'm done with this one. Like, I'm trying to be very strict with myself because I have a very bad tendency to give up on projects, and I don't want to do this, at least not with this one. And because the thing is too that I have so many other projects that I'm like, oh, I really want to start that one. Because, you know, there's like 3 different Pokemon games that I also want to Let's Play right now, because, you know, there's Fire and Leaf Green, which I want to do, And I'm kind of planning to maybe do like a Moamon thing with that, because, you know, that's the thing that I can do. And then, you know, I also want to do Platinum. I also want to do, like, I want to do Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but I'm planning to not do the original games. I'm actually planning to do Sacred Gold. But I think I actually have Storm Silver, but you know, Sacred Gold or Storm Silver. They're literally pretty much the same game. So, ooh. Do we want our encounter to be Kecleon? I don't think we do. Actually, yeah, I'm like actually sure that I don't want that, because Kecleon is a really bad Pokemon. Like, at least before Generation 6, specifically Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, it was a pretty bad Pokemon, and then Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire made it usable. I skipped Mightyena, by the way, because we have already caught a Poochyena, so we didn't actually have to catch that one. Meryl. We don't have a Meryl. So let's go Tanya. Let's cross our fingers that this Meryl has huge power, because, you know, huge power is actually usable, while thick fat is... Meryls with thick fat are literally unusable. Actual trash. Unusable. I don't think a flamethrower is going to do much, thick fat or no. But I think that might be an indicator that this one doesn't, because I feel like thick fat would have made that do even less. So let's just throw a Pokeball and see where it takes us, as it were. There we go. Now what should we call you? Aquamouse. I don't know. I just thought about Aqua, which is a pop group from the 90s, and then I thought of other pop groups starting with A and having 4 letters, so obviously that straight went to ABBA. I'm not gonna apologize for my associations. They are what they are. God damn it, I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to not talk about that, but I feel like it's gonna be pretty inevitable as time goes on. Let's not out Cadenza, actually. I was thinking about Artemis, but nah. I don't think Artemis has literally been in a battle whatsoever. Oh, I'm so sorry, Artemis. Also, Fly. Fly has been boosted from 70 to 90 power. Just, you know, in case you didn't know. Because it was 70 power in Generation 3, which, you know, was pretty shitty. It's, you know, just 10 more power than Aerial Ace. But 90 is like, that's more, like, that's okay, that's fine. And, you know, Fly in single player against NPCs is pretty okay. Like, anything that's like 2-stage like that, you know, Fly and Dig and Dive and all that, is completely awful and useless in multiplayer, as in, you know, player versus player. Because, you know, you can just literally just play around that so easily, especially Dig. your opponent uses dig. Oh, well, I guess that's a free switch to something that's either flying or levitating. But in game, your opponent is probably never gonna switch. Like, I feel like you can count on one hand the amount of times your opponent actually switches. Although I feel like there's like 1 or 2 games where they do actually switch, like, quite a bit. But I can't actually think of what game that might be. And I'm not, of course, counting, because there are certain conditions. Oh, it does have huge power. Cool. I'm not counting, for example, if you use Destiny Bond, your opponent is actually coded to switch. Like, they will switch if Destiny Bond has been used on them, and they have the ability to switch. Not here, but I think the next house has hidden power. Hidden power, blah 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 blah. From a coin. Well, let's say left. Ugh, God damn it. Let's say right. Let's say right again. Let's say left. There's part of me that wants to say that is random, but I'm pretty sure it is right, right, left every time. I feel like that is the solution. And it was completely, skipped over the fact that we got the Devon scope, which allows us to see the cute little Cacleons. Now, this kind of puzzle, for some reason, I really, really like these. I don't know what it is about them, but I just like these kind of puzzles. Oh, no. I was about to say that, literally the first Pokemon we encounter we can't do much about. But I was thinking that we had Ice Beam on our first Pokemon for some reason, but no. Thunderbolt takes it out more than well. Probably not gonna be too long. Like, I think we might... No. It might take a little while before we get a Flygon, but, I'm allowed to hope, damn it. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. Sorry that made noise at all. Oh, Jesus. Why do you have Pokemon? Ugh. Yeah, let's try and go for the speed, because, Doduo might outspeed Cadenza. Because Cadenza isn't exactly the quickest Pokemon out there. Like, its best stats are in the defensive area, so... I think the only stat it has above 100 is special defense, if I remember correctly. Because I think the second highest it has is defense, which is it's 90 something. Like, I think it is 95 defense and 105 special defense. But it still manages to be a pretty, decent Pokemon. Even so. Oh, there we got the big boy, the Tropius. Tropius is another one of those kind of unfortunate Pokemon, because it's like, all of its stats are just, pretty okay. Like, it has decent stats and everything except for speed, because it's really, really slow. And then, it also isn't helped by the fact that it's, it has a really bad typing, because Grass Flying is not very solid, because that gives it a lot of weaknesses. Actually, pretty much, like, Grass has a lot of weaknesses associated with it. Like, if you're a Grass type, it's pretty much guaranteed that you have a lot of weaknesses, unless you're like, the only thing I can think of is, like, Ferrothorn, which has pretty good Ferrothorn, who is Grass Steel, which is a pretty solid typing, but that is not because of the grass typing. It's pretty much only because of the steel typing, and grass is just, you know, tacked on pretty much. Because, you know, it does give helpful resistances to water and electric, which I think are the only two things it helps with. I don't think there's much else, but you know, you're weak to flying, you're weak to ice, you're weak to, you know, fire, poison. Yeah, that's mostly about it, I think. But still, those are some pretty bad types to be weak against. Did I say No, grass isn't weak to electric. God damn it. I'm just really out of it right now. Yeah, really out of it. Ooh, Pelipper. Oh, I really like Pelipper. I remember the first time I played Ruby, because I had Ruby and then I had Sapphire. Like my final team, I can remember 4 Pokemon that I used. My first time playing Ruby. I had my starter, Swampert. I had a that's something you see too often. I had a Pelipper. I had a Wailord, and then I had a Kecleon. And I pretty much only use Kecleon because, you know, well, Kecleon is pretty cool, but on top of that, it learns a lot of interesting moves. Like, it learns Flamethrower for one. I don't know if we saw that in the Fire Gym, because there was a Kecleon there, but it knows Flamethrower, which is, you know, pretty exciting until you realize that Kecleon has, you know, what, 60 base special attack? Oh my god, like, even its attack is only 90, which is, you know, only bearable, pretty much. Coupled with the fact that, again, another Pokemon that has, like, okay-ish stats across the board, and then has really shitty speed. There are just too many examples of that, of Pokemon that have, you know, really okay and everything, and bad speed. I don't know why the first thing that popped into my head was Carnivine, which, you know, again, but Carnivine is not completely that, because, you know, it's really slow, but stats are more geared towards offense, because, you know, it has really good attack and special attack. I think it has like 100 and 105 respectively. No, actually, I think it's switched. I think it has 105 attack and 100 special attack. Anyway, but it has really shitty defenses. So pretty much everything is shitty except for its offense and stats. Now let's look and see here. I think we're pretty much just good to go for the gym. You know, just for safety's sake, I'm just gonna give a Lepidberry, because we have a surplus of them. Because I don't want to go into this and suddenly not have enough Ice Beam. And I feel like this might... I have a nagging suspicion, but it could just be because I just, you know, it's not too long ago that I edited the 4th gym battle against Flannery, that I'm, like, a little nervous. And, you know, just today I edited the 5th gym battle where we lost Granola, which is still pretty sad, but I mean, I feel like we've gotten over it, because we have a pretty good team right now. Oh, you son of a dick. Oh well, it's not gonna help it too much that it's faster than us. Although it's gonna be Oh. Oh. I'm not a fan of that. Oh. I might just... Because I don't want to lose anyone, so just in case, I'm just gonna switch to Dahlia, which is, you know, Dahlia was pretty much the reason why I felt comfortable going into this gym, because, you know, ancient power is pretty much, you know, the move to have for this. Everything, she has a Skarmory, which is a problem, but other than that, you know, no big deal really. And we do have neutrality to the... Yeah, look at that. That is perfectly okay. I think she's gonna send in Skarmory. I hope not. Oh, you dick. Let's confuse Ray. Just... Oh, you little shit. Oh, well, at least we confuse Raid. It's probably not gonna help, knowing me and my luck, but at least I did something. Wait, what does Artemis have? I just wanted to check. Yeah, I think that's too useful. Ooh. Actually, we can use Tanya for pretty much the rest of this. I think a flamethrower is gonna kill it, actually. Come on, hit yourself. Ah, damn it. I was allowed to hope. Well, that's not gonna do you much good. I tell you what. The audacity of this bitch. That is, absolutely haram, if I do say so myself. Jesus. And watch, it's gonna get a fucking critical hit, too. Nope. Nope, it's just gonna die. Good. Oh, you have got to be shitting me. Come on, Spud. Don't sand attack me. Okay, thank you. Swear to God. I'm getting a little saucy. And I was not gonna take any chances. I'm gonna... getting rid of this thing. Oh, she is totally gonna send out Tropius. Yep. Level 29 though. That's not actually that scary. Well, let's go with Artemis. I don't know. Just have a hunch. I mean, I know it doesn't... Whoa. Okay. I could literally dig to get away from that, but I'm not gonna. But that would have been kind of funny, honestly. Hopefully, it's not gonna do too much. I'm like all over 10 levels above you. Okay. Artemis? Come on now. I'm, waiting for that good. No, I'm not even gonna risk it. I could have easily have survived. Or no. I wouldn't have survived another solar beam. But, you know, it's 95% accuracy on that rock tomb. But, girl, I'm not gonna play with that. I'm not gonna play with those odds. Hell no. Like, that is just kind of the thing that I have to tell myself, is that I should never take a risk. Never ever should I take a risk, because the second I do, the second I take a risk, is the second I lose something. And you are just the biggest little dick. Let's draw out your suffering. If you want to protect that badly, then let's see if you can protect against this asshole. Actually, that which I just did was actually not a good idea. Who would have guessed? Well, if you want to protect now, then you do. You got that toxic and that ingrain. Yeah. Let's see how this goes, idiot. If you couldn't tell, I'm not a fan of Pokemon using Protect in single player. Because, like, you're just wasting my time. And there we go. There goes Pelipper. Never before have you seen a trainer command their Pokemon with such grace. Girl, I think you need new glasses, girl. Whew. If your prescription is running out. If you think I have anything even resembling grace. Oh man. Oh well. And now we have the ability to fly wherever we want. So that's cool. And that also means, because I kind of don't like leaving things unfinished. I like, cleaning up everything. So I feel like this was the right idea to do this. And I think I'm gonna be seeing you guys in the next time. Goodbye. Oh, please. Just end me. Oh, no. God, I'm sweating like a motherfucker.